Hello and welcome to another exciting video. In the previous lecture, we saw how to create a user and verify them. And in this one, we'll be exploring how we can make use of that session to authenticate the user. Over here, if you see the Appwrite docs, we have this get session. And here, we need to import two things, client and account, and then create an instance of account over here. Based on that, you will pass the get session. And here, we need to specify what exactly we need. That's the session ID. And then we will get the response. And then we will be getting the response over here as success or failure. So to do this, we'll be heading over to our code, and over here in auth.ts file, we will be creating a function. We'll be calling it as get current session. So here in our auth.ts file, we'll have the function created, and here you can see that we are saying get session current, and this is going to give us the current session, and we are returning that from here. Once that is done, the next thing that we need to do is head over to our components, and within this you'll find the nav component. Here we need to open up the nav.tsx file, and if you notice, we have the logout button over here. We'll just uncomment it, and we'll be including a couple of more things like the use effect and use state. So we'll be including it from React package. We'll be also including the models so that we can access the session object properly from Appwrite. And then we'll be getting the get current session that we just now created from libauth. After that, we'll be creating the session constant using the use state. So here under the nav component, we'll be creating that. Here you can see that we are making use of models.session to set session and retrieve it. Then using use effect, we'll be setting it, as you can see over here. So we have created an immediately executing asynchronous function, and we are calling the get current session method that is going to provide the data, and using that data we'll be setting the session. So that's using use effect. And after that, here where we have the logout button, now this will only appear when we are logged in or the user is logged in. So we need to check it based on the session. So we'll be wrapping it inside this check, and if the session is not there, then obviously we need to show this part, that's the login. And that's pretty much it for now. Let's execute this by heading over to our terminal. Here we'll be going inside the directory, and then we'll be executing this npm run dev. Let's launch the application now. Here I'll be clicking on login, provide the login email address, and then click on submit. And here you can now see that the logout link is appearing. Right now it's not going to work. The next one, we'll see how we can delete this particular session programmatically by using or clicking on this logout link.